Air travel. Don't you think it a little strange that we trust our very lives to this hollow metal tube that travels really, really fast at 30,000 feet? The last time you traveled, did you really pay attention to those safety instructions? Like the one that says, in the unexpected case of cabin air pressure loss, air masks will descend from the ceiling. Please take one and breathe normally. What they don't tell you is if there is a loss in cabin air pressure, the pilot will take the plane into a steep dive to hit 10,000 feet, and the cabin fills up with a dense fog. And they want me to breathe normally? I think I'd be in hysterics. And then what about the one where they ask you to fasten your seatbelt? So again, in that unlikely event of an incident, I'll be strapped to the wreckage. Wonderful. Or when they tell you that your seat cushion can be used as a flotation device, which is great when you're traveling to Las Vegas. Fellow Toastmasters, I was on my way to Senegal, West Africa, so I could indeed use that seat cushion as a flotation device if I needed to. It was the summer after graduating from high school, and I was on a mission trip with an organization called Pioneers. What I would like to do is share with you 2 considerations for you to ponder the next time that you are planning a trip overseas. The first is language. It's really important to know the language of the country that you're going to visit and make sure that you have learned a few key words and phrases to help you out. For example, please and thank you. Hi, how are you? How much does this cost? And of course, where's the bathroom? While I was in Senegal, which happens to be a French colony back in the day, their official language is French. I thought I had it made. I was all set. Having gone to an English-only school through elementary and high school and taking French class, I considered myself bilingual until I actually had to talk to someone. While there, we had just finished a meal, and I declared, "Je suis plein," which I thought translated as, "I'm full." The people around me looked at me, shocked and in disbelief. And I rubbed my tummy for emphasis, thinking, I can't have another bite. Je suis plein, I repeated. I later found out that je suis plein translates as I'm full with child, as in I'm pregnant. Mm-hmm. The second consideration is cultural customs. The missionary family that we were with, the husband was left-handed, and his wife often had to remind him not to eat with his left hand while we were out with other people. Well, one day we were with a group of people, and they made dinner for us. And the way that dinner works there is something that I call a one-pot wonder. They cook up a whole lot of rice, and there, the more oil that you add to your food means the more money that you have. So here we have a lot of greasy rice in a big pot, and then they put the meat and the vegetables on top, and everybody sits around the same pot. And so you lean in and you kind of scoop a little bit of rice and some meat and a vegetable, and then you roll it into a ball to then put it into your mouth. Well, us foreigners, we did not have the technique, and we would squeeze that rice a little too hard and it would squish out between our fingers. And so we're trying to, eat our meal as best we can. It took a little effort to get the right technique for that. Well, I learned never, I repeat, never eat your meal with your left hand. Any guesses why? Well, there, in a remote village, the toilet is actually 2 footprints in a concrete block with a little hole behind, and there's a bucket of water with the tin cup there. Toilet paper is considered a luxury that you have to bring with you. And I thought that the tin cup was there, it was just to kind of like swish it around, make sure everything went down the hole. But it's actually to rinse off the wiping hand. So thus, the left hand is not just impolite to use, but it literally is the dirty hat. Whether you are out visiting with people and enjoying a meal where you saw the chicken pecking in the family courtyard in the morning and then it was later served on a bed of rice, or you're negotiating a deal at the market and the fellow says, "Bonjour, ami, I have a good deal for you." It's really important to make sure that you have a firm grasp on the language and customs of the country that you're going to visit. As I was on the plane ride home, I thought it interesting that the stewardesses had to remind us not to throw foreign objects into the toilet. What did they think, that I was going to sneak into my carry-on luggage and get out my souvenirs from Senegal and slip into that tiny laboratory and throw them into the toilet and watch for fun? My favorite, though, is what they don't say about that little bag. You know, the one that says, "For motion discomfort." So after I've been walking through the airport and my feet hurt, I can ram them in this bag. The other thing is the most obvious text in the world. Underneath that, it says, "After use, fold down top." Really? You want to make a stewardess's day? Ding, ding, ding. Hey, got a full load. And what's she going to do with it? She can't flush it down the toilet. So the next time that you're flying with someone who looks maybe a little anxious, they're white-knuckled on the chair, consider giving them this advice. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. You're not going to die before it's your time. Let's just hope it's not the pilot's time.
Thanks, Lisa.